What's going on, guys? I'm your Wrestling King coming at you with Daniel Bryan, Just Say Yes, Yes, Yes. This is a really good DVD. I enjoyed it at least, but I might be a little biased because Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, just pure wrestler of all time. I always have said that The Undertaker is probably my favorite character in wrestling, but I think Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, is my favorite wrestler. Like, he's just so good in the ring. So I figured, why not? Let's review this DVD. It's a pretty fun release. I think it came out 2015 or 16. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think 2015. But yeah, let's get right into it. I mean, the front cover, I love it. You got Daniel Bryan winning the WWE World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 30. You got the confetti falling down, a nice purple kind of tint to it, so that's very nice. Even the WrestleMania sign, the stage in the background, the crowd, awesome. Down the spine, you have Daniel Bryan. That's like a 2015 Daniel Bryan. He's got a little bit longer hair. Going down, there you go. And then on the back, you just have more purple in the back with the fans. Nice shot of Daniel Bryan, front and center. They show a couple of the matches that are on the show, or on the DVD, but then there's a match listing on the inside. And this does have a runtime of 7 hours, so you get a decent amount of footage here. You got him and Kane there, I believe him and Sheamus, him and Batista right there. So yeah, very cool artwork. And then you have him with the stand-in of the Yes Movement. That was awesome when he got the match with Triple H at WrestleMania. That's always a moment I look back on. It was awesome watching it all come out live, the Yes Movement storyline. That was awesome. And pretty nice disc. You go through the evolution of Daniel Bryan. You go from like American Dragon, kind of indie Daniel Bryan, to, or even like Velocity versus John Cena type of Daniel Bryan. And then you go to like 2010, 2011, and then 2014, 15 Daniel Bryan. And then in the back they show a screenshot. So like this one's Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan on NXT. And then this is against Punk at Money in the Bank. And then the last one is against Randy Orton on Raw in 2014. So, very cool. And then on this side, we do have the documentary kind of chapters, and then all your matches. So you get the first disc, which is your documentary, which it's not a bad documentary. It mostly goes to him leading into WrestleMania 30, but it does go back through some of his history getting into wrestling. So I won't go through everything here, but you can pause it and look through, read out each of those chapters. You got him going to Shawn Michaels' school, NXT, WrestleMania 27, the Yes Movement, WrestleMania 30, him and Triple H, the triple threat match, and obviously becoming champion. And then that is disc 1. So starting off disc 2, you have his matches, and they do go in order here. So you have the Brian Kendrick and Lance Cade versus American Dragon and Shooter Schultz. And then you have Velocity from 2003, Jamie Noble and Bryan Danielson. So I know I was thinking of John Cena and Bryan Danielson because I think in 2K19, the video game, they have him versus John Cena on Velocity. So that was my bad. Then you have Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho on NXT, the Rookie versus Pro. U.S. title match, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I believe that was his first title win on the main roster, or just at all in WWE, at Night of Champions 2010. And then Night of Champions 2012, winning the tag titles with Kane, Team Hell No versus Kofi Kingston, R-Truth. And I guess that was the last match, but I'll go back up here. You have Daniel Bryan and Big Show for the World Heavyweight title, him cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase, TLC. SmackDown match, Daniel Bryan versus Big Show, world title. Extreme Rules 2 out of 3 Falls match, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight title. And then at Money in the Bank 2012, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. Special referee, AJ Lee. And then going down to Disc 3, you have kind of 2013 through, I think, 2015. So you have Daniel Bryan versus Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro, and Ryback. That's a gauntlet match on Raw. And then the SummerSlam main event, you go to 2013 WWE title match. Triple H special guest referee, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. They have Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, no DQ match on Raw. They had a ton of matches back in 2013, Daniel and Randy Orton. And then the WrestleMania 30 match here, Batista, Orton, and Bryan for the WWE World title. One of my favorite WrestleManias. That's one of my favorite storylines in wrestling. It's kind of when I started watching, maybe a year or two after. But yeah, I was really into WWE at the time. And it was that was awesome. Daniel Bryan, that whole storyline was amazing. And then his big announcement, which I believe this is when I think this is when he was coming back. So he was returning at the Rumble. I was thinking about it, yeah. And then his match at Fastlane with Roman Reigns is the last match here. Number 1 contenders match. Winner faces Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 31. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. And that is it. That is all of your content on this DVD. But like I said, this is a really nice DVD, especially if you're a Daniel Bryan fan. And I always love seeing new matches of his because they're always so interesting and so good. He's just such a good wrestler. So yeah, let me know who your favorite wrestler is down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one.